Hello, welcome to Math Companion. Now, to solve this, there are some things we need to make a quick consideration. Very important is that x should be greater than or equal to 0 because all the powers you are seeing, they are rational, which is x is in the denominator. Therefore, now, to begin with this, we are going to write 64 to the base of 2. So 64 to the base of 2 can be written as 2 times 2, which is 8, times 2, 8, times 2, 16, times 2, 32, times 2, 64. So how many 2s are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And therefore, 64 is the same as 2 to power 6. All right. And since we had 1 over raised to power 1 over x, so we are going to write 2 to power 1 over x, then to power 6. Now, the next one is minus 2 to power 3, 2 to power 3. Now, because we have the additional sign there, it's going to be times 2 to power 3 over x, and then plus 12 is equals to 0. Now, next, we are going to retain 2 to power 1 over x raised to 6 will be equals to 2 to power 3 is, minus 2 to power 3 is 8, and then times, instead of writing 2, 3 over x, we are going to write 2, 1 over x, and then everything here to power 3 plus 12 is equals to 0. Now, we have been doing this kind of questions for which require substitution for quite some time. Now, look at this. This is common and that is common too. So we are going to say let 2 to power 1 over x be equals to m. Now, substituting everything for m in this, we are going to get, instead of 2 to power 1 over x, it's going to be m to power 6 minus 8. Now, m to power 3 plus 12 is equals to 0. Now, next, we are going to now see how we can solve this equation. Now, the best way to do it, we are going to reduce it to a quadratic. And what we are going to do here, we are going to simply make a substitution, another substitution for k. So I'm going to say let m. So let k be equals to m cubed. Now, instead of m to power 6, therefore, m to power 6 is going to be k squared. Very important for us. Now, making a substitution for k, therefore, we are going to have k squared minus 8k, then plus 12 is equals to 0. Now, we're going to solve this quadratic equation by factorization. We need to look for two numbers. When you add these two numbers, you're going to get negative 8, but when you multiply, you're going to get this 12 here. So the two numbers are negative 6 and negative 2. Because negative 6 plus negative 2, you get negative 8. Negative 6 times negative 2, you get 12. Therefore, we are going to have k squared minus 6k minus 2k plus 12 is equals to 0. So we do a factorization here by splitting this into two parts. Now, k squared minus 6k, we have k common in both sides. We have k outside the bracket, so which is going to be k minus 6. And over here we have minus 2k plus 12. So negative 2 is common. And then in the bracket, we're going to have k minus 6 is equals to 0. So by factorizing, we are going to have k minus 2 and k minus 6, which is equals to 0. In this case, k minus 2 equals to 0, which means k is equals to 2. All right. Now, next we have k minus 6 is equals to 0. This means k is equals to 6. Now, remember, we did a substitution here, whereby we said m cubed should be equal to k. So, instead of k as 2, instead of having k is equals to 2, I'm going to have m cubed is equals to 2. Therefore, to find m, it will be the cube root of 2, which is actually 2 to power a third. Another case we had k is equals to 6, which can be compared to m cubed is equals to 6. Now, m will be equals to 6 to power third, which is just like the cube root. Very important here. All right. Now, we should move further and we try to look for the solution for x. Now, the first one, we said m was compared to 2 to power 1 over x, which should be now equal to 2 to power a third. So if you cancel both sides, you will realize that 1 over x is equals to 1 over 3. And therefore, x is simply equal to 3. That is our first solution. Now, let's make the same comparison here. 2 to power 1 over x will be equals to 6 to power a third. Now, for me to get this, I'm going to write it as 2 to power 1 over x will be equals to the cube root of 6. Okay. Now, 1 over x will be equals to the logarithm to base 2, the cube root of 6. Which will be equal to, in this case, we are going to work out the reciprocal, and hence x will be equals to 1 over the logarithm to base 2, the cube root of 6. So this is the second solution. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I'm inviting you to kindly subscribe and click the notification button so that you continue to get update for all the interesting mathematical questions that we are sharing on this platform. Thank you.